first and assumes it's a cow. But not too long after, a strange humanoid creature comes
that's not a cow.
at him, causing him to flee.
Is that a cow?
No, it's not.
What is that?
Zoom. Where is it? There it is.
Oh, frick!
Many people claim this is CGI, and due to the fact that the figure is improportionate to a human, such as its speed and freakishly long arms, this may be the case. Either that, or this may be actual evidence of the Rake or other cryptids that roam the dark reaches of the earth.
Yeah. No, that's a good conclusion to come to. It's either CGI, but if it's not CGI, based on the evidence we have, it's definitely real evidence of the Rake. You know, the famous internet story that's made up. I love it. I do. I really do. I wonder how long this kid ran for after shooting that. Based on the speed in which it emerged from the shrubbery, this kid recording on his camera phone would have got too far before being absolutely annihilated by whatever this beast is. It's like the classic like creepypasta beast, eh? Like the long limbs, the pale skin, the moving through the woods. I think it checks all those boxes, so I'm not really sure if we can put this one in the real cryptid section quite yet. We gotta get more evidence. We gotta figure out what happened after this kid screamed and ran away for 1 second, you know? Lizard Man of Scape or Swamp. I see something moving in the trees, but I can't really pick it out. Ooh, it's got some limbs on it. Ooh, it's got some limbs on it. It's got arms, I got that here. It's moving around like this. Oh boy. That's another one where I'm not quite sure if it's CGI or not, but this time there was no narrator. There was nobody telling me that it could be CGI, so I don't know what to think. You know, free thinking, overrated. I'd like to visit Scape or Swamp and meet this lizard man. I'd like to hang out. Lizard Man, to me, is always a Soul Calibur character. Just the goofiest, lizardiest man, wielding a sword and a shield as best it can. An elf! An elf was spotted. Oh, hello. There he was. It was a little elf. He was just hanging out. Are we sure that wasn't a goblin? Because you know how I feel about goblins. Kind of peeking around the corner. I guess it thought that the light was going to go out long enough that it could make its way by and then clicked back on. And it was like, oh, shoot, back behind this house, this rock, this pile of stuff. What kind of elf do you think it is? Like a Keebler elf that lives in a tree and makes cookies? Maybe it's an elf that has somehow found itself very far away from the North Pole. That or a goblin, because that looked very goblin-esque to me. Nightcrawlers. Ooh. Those just legs? Creepy. What are those legs though? Is that what like a nightcrawler is? A Fresno nightcrawler. Haunted pants, supernatural alien, extremely small upper body. So they're just like, it's like stilt walkers, but like as a whole creature. I wonder like what evolutionary advantage you gain from just being legs like that. Just big pale legs in the night. If I went out wearing a black shirt and like short shorts, that's what I would look like. If you saw me from a distance, it'd just all be white leg. These guys are cool. I think this is the best cryptid I've seen so far in this video.
Human form though, you gotta wait till you see the video. I got it on video. This is like one out of a million things that people they'll think they won't think I'm crazy no more. Wait till you see this. Oh my.
What is that thing? I'm very curious now. I'd like to know exactly what I'm looking at. Because it's so dark. Like it's definitely a human figure. It almost looks like it's not wearing any clothes. It's just shambling around. It's not moving very quickly. It doesn't seem to know it's being recorded. This guy's saying like, oh, people won't think I'm crazy no more. It makes me think that he's made claims like this before. Maybe it's the same creature. Maybe there's a whole family of them out there. But Mike on the phone is a very patient friend, I think. Traveler guy. running. Somebody running after it. Is he running or are there two things? Oh. I wonder where he's traveling to find these kinds of things. So when that sound started, was that him running first? Or was something running at him and then he started running? Because I heard kind of like a right before everything started going a little bit south. And I just gotta wonder what the hell it was. The little slow-mo at the end, was that supposed to show us anything? I feel like I might have seen something before it went into slow-mo, like some weird shape behind him, but once it went full slowdown, we got that little subscribe button. I'm not really sure what was going on. Dogman. Oh, we got the tiptoe to the tulips again. Was that it? Stood up straight, and then it ran. Again, that could just be a bear. Like, that could very well be a bear. I don't know if bears are common wherever they are, but that, like, I mean, the Dogman, I've never even heard of the Dogman. Is that a cryptid I should be up to date on? I feel like I know a fair deal of cryptids, or at least, like, you know, somewhat about them. I can't say I'm an expert, but I feel like I've heard about a lot of cryptids, and the Dogman is not one that I'm too familiar with. And that could very well just be a bear, or some other mammal with 4 limbs. Ooh, meme songs. I'm sorry, like that. It's impossible to take seriously because of the song. Who chose that? They're like, let's do a creepy video, but we're gonna use a song from the meme. That's what we'll do. There was a weird-looking creature off in the darkness. It did look extra tall and lanky and hunched over with lots of long limbs and pale skin. It almost looked like the creature from the other video, but not running as quickly and not running towards anyone. I love the Skinwalker stories, but I like reading them more than I like necessarily like watching the videos, because the videos always feel a little off to me. That's the wrong it's. It looks like a dog, like a big dog. Maybe even like some sort of like large jungle cat. I don't know if the cryptid's showing it is face. I think it's just a freaky animal looking up by a car. And it cuts off so quick too, right? Like it goes across. So we see it running on all 4s, and then it looks in. It could be a bear, even. I don't know if a cryptid's showing its face. Ooh. Where is it? It's gonna come running. What the fuck? Oh, it's not. We didn't even get to see it. We just heard some gasping noises. Sounds like, I don't know, like an old guy who got his leg caught in a bear trap, which would be scary to find. It'd be very, very upsetting, but I don't know about a cryptid. We'll see. Could be your Uncle Craig, who got lost in the woods, became an unwilling participant in hermit life. We don't know for sure, but I'd like to hear more from this thing. I'd like to hear its some more.
In August 2014, social media was bombarded with photos of a UFO hovering over Houston, Texas. Taken from different spots around the area, the UFO seemingly consisted of several lights forming a ring. At the center, you can make out a single orb, as if the other circular lights are revolving around it. The UFO almost shares a resemblance to Saturn, although some experts have theorized there's nothing otherworldly about it. Fletcher Gray of the Mutual UFO Network deduced it likely stemmed from nearby highway lights. It's also worth noting that Houston endured a thunder and lightning storm that night, which may have contributed.
No way, that's real. That has to be real. They came up with the most pathetic excuses. Like, if one of those were real, like, if one of those excuses was actually practical, like, oh, you know, it could just be highway lights all the way up in the sky, Carl? really all the way up in the sky, those are highway lights. Also, yes, there was a thunderstorm, but when the lightning struck, you saw that that little object wasn't affected. That one is definitely a UFO. Has to be. Absolutely has to be. Or a government airplane they're experimenting on, they just didn't tell anyone. They could fly anything and be like, oh no, kind of looks like a flying Ferris wheel, just kind of in the sky. Or one of those like soccer lights, you know, like the soccer stadiums, like when you used to play as a kid. Those like big round lights that illuminate the field. That's what that looks like.
In 2007, a Turkish night guard named Yalçın Yalman, working in Istanbul's holiday village, noticed strange activity in the sky and started filming. He kept his eyes on the skies throughout the next few years, recording a treasure trove of UFO footage.
Oh, whoa, okay.
The UFO that
a sun.
repeatedly pops up
That's
in these videos
clearly not a
certainly
sun.
looks like a spacecraft, even calling to mind the ones from War of the Worlds. Upon further inspection, some claim that you can spot two alien heads peeping out of what appears to be a window or a door. Our eyes may be deceiving us, but ufologist Nick Pope described Yalman's findings as, quote, a turning point for Turkish UFO studies, adding, quote, the authorities can no longer turn a blind eye to this phenomenon.
That's encouraging, man. If you've been spending your entire life looking at UFOs, then suddenly the authorities are like, wait a minute. You know what, dude? You've probably been right this entire time. It was like the first one I kind of went, that's a sun, or that's a star of some kind, or a planet maybe. But then the second one I was like, oh no, that looks like the Avengers ship. Question though, you know how in the Avengers universe there's like just a bunch of amazing, crazy, awesome ships that they fly, and you're like, when did they make those? I mean, obviously comic book universe. You guys can answer this for me because I'm not sucked into that world as much as I want to be, but what if there are people trying to be superheroes and they just happen to have really cool spaceships? Ooh,
a mysterious object captured on tape flying very close to the SpaceX Crew Dragon with 4 astronauts
Is it the
on board.
TARDIS?
Mission and liftoff.
Take a look at this video. Just 12 minutes after the astronauts left planet Earth Friday morning, part of the Falcon 9 rocket separates from the Dragon. That's when some kind of object flies between the two. Take a closer look in slow motion. But what exactly was that object seen early in the flight? Sources telling us it appears to be ice from the liquid oxygen in that rocket. But this morning, no official confirmation on what it was.
I think we both know what that was. I think we both know what that was. That was the TARDIS. For sure, it was a rectangular cube object spinning like it does right in the movie, in the shows and the movie. Maybe. I don't know. It'd be cool if it was. I mean, it would have to be pretty small. Mind you, the rocket's huge, so the doctor's real.
Now it is darkened outside. Temperatures are sitting at 61 in Buffalo. We have a northerly wind at 7. Good sleeping weather tonight, folks. What was that? Did anybody see that thing go past? Did we just see a shooting star on Skywatch? That was awesome. I'll flip that to the web. If you saw it too, it was coming. It was weird. It was coming west to east, or it was the fastest moving jet going to the airport ever. 61. Start the UFO sightings now. Go ahead and put them on Facebook. I will flip that in the next 20 minutes just to.
Okay, so that's weird because it looks like it's coming from the within town, like it's just bursting up through the ground. It's weird that it curves because usually shooting stars just in one kind of straight line in one direction. At first I thought it looked like it was coming from town, but it actually looks like it was coming from the horizon, I think. But the way it kind of swirls at the end makes me think that maybe it's some kind of firework actually, but it doesn't burst at the end, so that one was cool. I like the breath that caught in my stomach for that one. That was neat.
A new report from ufology research says sightings of unidentified flying objects across Canada, including things like levitating discs, erratic spaceships, and floating triangles, increased 46% in 2020 over 2019 levels. There were 1,243 recorded sightings last year, a record for Canada. 30% of the sightings taking place right here in Ontario. And before you go and call all these people crackpots, Erica, we've talked about the fact that the U.S. government has admitted that its military pilots have recorded, things they can't explain, craft moving, defying the laws of physics.
That one really twisted my gut. And it's like when actual news channels report on it. I mean, we all know the news isn't always 100% reliable, but You know, I'm already of the opinion, especially this year, anything can happen. I mean, I thought pandemics were just, I don't know, things from books, but nope, they're real and they happened. It happened this year, so what else could happen?
Hebei incident. Set against the backdrop of Tianjin, Hebei Province, China, this photo can be traced back to at least 1942, although some argue it was actually snapped in 1911. Either way, Japanese student Masujiro Kiru stumbled upon it in his father's photo album during World War II. The photo was reportedly taken by an American serviceman, with several onlookers gazing up at the flying saucer-like object above. Of course, many have argued that it was a bird, a streetlight, or even a hat. We guess you could say it's all up in the air.
This is all reminding me of that Netflix show, The Nevers. I'm watching it right now. Imagine that just happening. It just rains down talent. Wouldn't that be nice? I could use some of it. This is like one of those typical classic UFO pictures that just satisfies my soul, you know? It's just so old you want to believe it. It was before the times of deepfake and Photoshop. Though they did technically, when you use film, there were ways to cut images together so it looked like things were inserted into the frame. So I know that they had their own kind, but that guy at the corner bottom right, he's like, oh, look guys. So I also love how like over time, saucers either look like an egg with like a circle around it or a slice of pizza, or like now they look like slices of pizza. Before they look like an egg with like a circle around it. You know, aliens can evolve too.
In late November 1989, Belgium started receiving numerous reports of a UFO. Various people described the UFO as a giant triangle with a flat surface and lights below, and the reports kept coming well into early 1990, reaching a crescendo in late March of that year. When a UFO was picked up on radar one night, 2 Air Force pilots investigated, coming up empty-handed. While they didn't see anything, 143 other individuals supposedly did. For over 20 years, ufological group SOBEP claimed the photo was authentic.
I wonder why there are always triangles. You know, I know that's a very secure, like structurally secure object, but why triangles? Is it because we love pizza? I don't know. If that many people see it, it's kind of hard to be like, no guys, you're all 134 of you are crazy. I don't have many thoughts on this one because it's just hearsay. It could just be an urban legend. How would I know? You know? I need video. I need the proof. I need the awesome recordings of people going, I saw this thing in the sky and it was like, wow. I need that. I need that. Strengthens the argument. I guess that's one of the Rachel's top 10 ways to prove it's actually a UFO.
This video was taken by Misitina Sape at 8:26 Tuesday night near Haleakala Avenue in Nanakuli. Not long after, a woman named Mariah spotted the same thing passing over Princess Kahanu Estates.
I don't know, I looked up. And then I was like, oh, I just called my husband in because it was all in the garage. I was like, hey, so look up there. See what I see? They all said, yeah.
The 38-year-old says she's never really been a believer in UFOs, but the bright blue object had them so intrigued, they jumped in the car and started following it.
I don't know what it was.
I don't know what it was. That's great. I don't know. I feel like that was probably like a drone or something. You know, like somebody just... But there's so many different things. Like somebody could have easily attached a light to that and just like been like, oh guys, look, it's a UFO. It's not. It's not. I don't know, but it could be. We all know from watching this channel that I do believe in aliens because, I don't know, it just kind of seems impossible that they don't exist. I don't know whether they're here yet.
Something he simply couldn't explain.
Your eye goes to it right away. It was like an orange sparkler coming down. The sparks went away, and it was just a globe of orange light that started just doing crazy moves.
Moves he can't imagine any earthly object duplicating.
It's unidentified, that's for sure.
And just one of thousands of unexplained objects sighted in the skies over our province.
Look at it, it's behind the tree. What is that?
Wow.
It seems Manitoba is a hotbed of UFO activity, with thousands of sightings stretching back to the earliest days of our province's existence.
Manitoba. That's where I'm gonna go. That's where I'm moving to. Sorry guys. I have to. It's important for me. Okay? Not that I want to be abducted. That'd be kind of scary. That either looks like, that first one though, either looks like a massive boomerang just through the sky, or just a bird who's, I don't know, got launched and is just trying to figure out how to fly, like a massive bird. That would have to be a pretty big bird. At least all of these are UFOs. Like, they're unidentified flying objects. They're not necessarily all aliens, but we don't know what they are. So that could be anything.
Already online, some skeptics say the images are caused by cameras trying to focus, but some of the objects go beyond just flying in the sky. One shows a spherical object dipping into the ocean, similar to an incident in Puerto Rico, where an object was tracked buzzing an airport, then flying into the water, popping back out before appearing to split into two and disappearing. Over the last several weeks, some of the nation's top former intelligence officials have been raising eyebrows.
Look at that thing. It's rotating.
What on earth? What not on earth is the question. It's so weird. And very small too. That's tiny. It could be like a little drone as well. I mean, we don't know half the things that the government is up to. Conspiracy theories. But this, I mean, every time, especially this channel, I feel like my beliefs are being affirmed. They're definitely there. We're here. They're here. They're among us. We could be best friends with one of them. You know, I could be an alien. You guys don't even know. Or maybe you do know. Well, now the suspicion's there, so I guess it's up to you to decide.
That's the most shocking part.
There were numerous.
You know, is that space goopy goop? Space goopy goop. God, I don't know what date it's. Why do that? I don't understand. So cute. Ah, that's so cool.
Primarily
Stargazer. That was like, you know, what song? Oh my God. Run, run, bro, run, bro, run.
Well, that stinks. But yeah, you got some chairs. What was that?
What was what? What was up, my bro?
Is that a cow? What was that?
What's what? What's what?
Oh,
Run, bro, run. I hate this because this series of videos has completely hoodwinked me. I was falling into a false sense of security of like, oh, look, cute, cool fishes. Rachel gets to learn something today. And then I see that and I'm like, no, thank you. I would like to leave this planet or go into a bunker for 50 years. Anyways, no, I had to come back. This is my job.
Footage was taken near the village of Kamensk in the Russian Republic Buryatia, just north of Lake Baikal. It showed what appeared to be a humanoid body less than a meter high with a skeletal, big-eyed head and thin, naked body. One of its legs was missing. The local media reported there were numerous reports of UFO sightings in the area in March. Some of them later attributed to bombing training at a nearby military range.
Okay, the thing that creeps me out about that is like this shiny thing on top, like the little film. As soon as it got closer, I was like, is that melting water or is that what the heck? You know, is that space goopy goop? Space goopy goop. Yep, that's what we're saying today on a Wednesday. It's a Wednesday. Oh.
Happy Wednesday.
God, I don't know what date it is. No. Oh no.
What the hell?
Yes. What are you doing in the? What are you doing there, man? In the first place. This isn't it. What are you doing in there in the first place? Yeah, get out of there. What are you doing in there? What are you doing in there? Have you learned nothing from Stephen King? Have you learned nothing from Stephen King? I'm like, oh, that guy needs to watch our channel so that he knows that you shouldn't just go into the sewer by yourself. What? You don't want to come across Pennywise. Get Pennywise, okay? Don't be Penny stupid. Oh, now it's getting creepy. Okay. I see how we're doing. We doing creepy now? Doing creepy now? Okay. What on earth? Oh my God. That's a naked dude for sure. That is a naked dude. That is a naked dude. That is for sure a naked dude with no butt. Sure. I've never been more confident in anything in my life, and I say for 110% surety, which I'll probably regret later, that is a naked dude, no butt, running around on bath salts. Probably.
Inhabiting the real flats deep in the ocean,
Love this
and the
guy.
fact it likes to camouflage
What the heck
and is
is
very
that?
shy in
No,
nature,
shy in
it is
nature.
very rarely seen.
So cool.
They are thought to be able to reach lengths of around 17 to 18 inches, but some
I
can
knew
be
it.
much smaller than this.
Twinsies.
In some places around the world, stargazer fish is sold as a delicacy because its poison is harmless to humans.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, why do we keep eating stuff that's poisonous? I hate that. Why are you eating puffer fish if it could kill you? I don't understand. There's other fish out there. Have you had salmon? It's great. Why do that? I don't understand. It's very confusing to me.
Found in August 2018 on a beach in northern Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula, the monster is believed to have come from the Bering Sea. At least 3 times larger than the average human, the beast had gray and white colored fur, a
Weird.
possible tail or tentacle, and reportedly smelled horrendous.
Of course it did.
However,
Wow.
despite its massive proportions, it had no head and appeared to be a large blob. Yet the most notable thing about this creature is that its fur was in fact tubular fur. Tubular fur
Like
is
polar
rather
bears.
unique because it is hollow and has the texture of a fiber optic cable, the same
Yeah.
type of fur found on polar bears.
Yeah, I know that. That's interesting. That's like what they're actually not white apparently. Like it's the reflection of their fur. Anyways, that's very strange. It kind of looks like a massive like algae formation or something. Not like almost like a coral reef. I'm not sure what that is. I don't know why this popped into my head, but like the last Airbender kind of did, like the big fluffy guy in that one. I don't know. Kind of remind me of that, but like a warped one without a head.
Pocket sharks are rather funny looking.
Pocket sharks.
After all, not only do they have a bulbous head resembling that of a whale, but they are also very small, coming in at about 140 millimeters. Yet, the most fascinating feature of this shark is its glow-in-the-dark, or bioluminescence capabilities. Near the gills are 2 pockets that secrete a luminous fluid that enables the shark to hunt in the dark.
That's cool.
Additionally, there are clusters of photophores around the body which allow the shark to produce light. Due to their deep-sea habitat and small size, pocket sharks remain extremely elusive to the scientific community.
I've done a lot of deep sea videos and I have not come across this pocket shark before. And now I immediately want to see like another Little Mermaid where instead of flounder, she had a pet pocket shark. Because how can you not have a pet pocket shark? So cute. Kind of glow in the dark magic little guy. Come on. So cute. Ah! Okay, so there's a guy who's really creepy. It's weird when there's no sound playing. Oh, peekaboo. Oh, I see you too. Oh, twinsies. Go get him. Is that it? That was probably just me, spiritually. Like we were, oh my god, like that movie with Anne Hathaway with the dragon, and she's like moving around the dragons in Tokyo, destroying stuff. That's me. But in this video, we're just like, cause we did move at the same time. My argument might be valid.
Discovered in 2015 off the coast of New Zealand, the Mola tecta is officially the first sunfish species to be found since the year 1885.
That's so cool!
Primarily found in the waters of the southern hemisphere, it has 2 large protruding fins, a small tail, and a relatively flat shape. Yet, given its rather frightening appearance, we just hope we don't hook one on the end of our line the next time we go fishing.
I don't want to hurt it though. I just want to hug it. I don't know why. Why am I having cute feelings about fishies? Like even the little stargazer that was like, you know, I was immediately like, oh, you're so cute. You're just doing your thing, wiggling in the sand. That is like, I don't know why I want to hug that. I just think it's cool. I just think that's the coolest fish I've ever seen, and I didn't know that existed, and now my mind is blown, and I love learning things. Education! Let's go.
The monster. Sam and Joe Randazzo and crew are questioned about the sea beast.
Oh, I love
the size
this.
of a submarine, like something out of prehistoric times.
I happen to have a photograph here of a forthcoming movie, The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms. Did the beast that you saw, Skippers, resemble this in any way?
Oh, good God.
Yes, it looks something similar to this. The scaly part of the body and the animal or beast, whatever it was, had a large head, a round head, and it came down to large shoulders and large protruding eyes, and they had a few string hairs in the back of the head.
Back of the head. I love that dialect. I don't know why we talked like that back then. Just like, all right, kids, here we go. We got a dragon touching down in New York. Like, it's just weird to me. Anyways, we also talk like this now. It's embarrassing. That looks stupid, but I'm pretty sure that was most likely fake. Somebody just discovered Photoshop and was like, I'm gonna put this Komodo dragon and overlay it on a piece of film, and then it's gonna look like it's in a little town.
Term used to describe humanoid life forms in the Antarctic waters that were first sighted back in the 1960s. Now, it's believed that the Ninja were 20 to 30 meters long and completely white. There are many, many stories of sailors spotting them, but as most times, photo evidence is limited, largely due to them supposedly being nocturnal monsters. Now, there are lots of explanations for these creatures. Some believe that they're a new species of sloth, or maybe a whale, while others believe them to be undiscovered relatives of you and me, of humans.
Yeah, I mean, I know that these things do have some human characteristics. I also know he didn't mention there, but like off the coast of Japan, that's where a lot of these things get spotted too, like Antarctic oceans and kind of like downwards, like in and around that area, like Pacific and everything like that. But like they're big. I've researched these things before. They are big and they look like kind of humans. They have human characteristics, but at the same point, like so few images, right? Like, could it be a whale? Could it be like a beluga whale? I don't know. Could be.
CCTV footage in Costa Rica captured a creepy humanoid
what the hell is
on all
that?
fours in the middle of the night. Let's take a look. Did you see the dog reacted all weird towards the creepy figure?
Yeah.
It must have been confused about what exactly it was, but people online have been debating whether it's a ghoul or a La Mona, a Latin American legend.
What the hell is that? That looks disgusting, bro. That looks full up disgusting. Like, man, like that is one of those things where it's like, maybe we need to burn this thing with fire. Like, I know that we want to investigate everything and like research it and all that, but like, that I do not want that thing crawling at me. I don't want it near my dog. I don't want it near anything, bro. Like, ugh, that is gross.
Ever felt like there are a pair of eyes looking at you while you're getting snacks late at night? Well, this guy and his friend were exploring a cave and caught something disturbing. Let's take a look. Did you see that? A pair of eyes in the cold, dark cave. Many skeptics argue that it's just the light reflection or some sort of illuminating insect, but others still argue that the eyes were moving along with the pace of the unidentified creature, so it's impossible to be a reflection or an insect.
Yeah, I definitely saw something, but we are stretching the limits here. We're talking about cryptids being seen in 4K, guys, because like, I don't know what that is. You know, like that could be anything. Like it did look, like it definitely looked weird. It definitely looked like not human. But at the same time, like, is it the light? Like, comment down below. What do you guys think about this? And also, I love this guy's analogy off the top. He's like, yo, like, you ever feel like somebody's watching you when you get snacks? Well, these guys are in this cave. And I was like, like, how does this equal that?
This clip, a non-human entity that is still a mystery to us, was caught on camera. While having a stroll in the forest, these guys felt that something was with them. As they were observing the dark forest, they focused the camera on one angle, and all of a sudden, the humanoid of some sort appeared to attack them, causing the guys to scream in terror. This isn't the first time something bizarre and creepy was caught on camera, so stay tuned throughout the video.
It doesn't like come after them though, like it kind of just like pulls up and it's like, yo, like you better get out of here or else like I will hit you. And I guess they had to dip, you know, so like maybe that's all it has to do. Like it just pulls up and then it's like, all right, like leave me. Which I guess the boys did, you know. They should know better.
The Loch Ness Monster is a sea creature that dwells in the deep lake of Scottish Highlands. The creature was named after the place called Loch Ness somewhere in Scotland where it was originally found. Or who knows, it's probably made up because the Loch Ness Monster is part of Scottish folklore.
Whoa.
But behold you guys, this creature is believed to be a real thing that exists and dwells in the water. Just like how the movie Loch Ness was able to foretell that it is indeed real. These guys who had the same idea to travel down to Scotland and check out the whereabouts of the creature found themselves face to face with it.
Oh my god!
No. No way. I don't know what the heck that was, but that can't be real. I don't buy it, guys. That seems ridiculous. I feel like I would have seen that on like CP24, like BBC, like everywhere. It'd been like, oh my gosh, like Loch Ness is real, like Nessie is real. Finally. Also, that didn't look like that looked like the ocean to me, guys. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but that did not look like a loch, a Scottish loch, like a very big lake, but like that did not look like that to me.
Virginia seems to be a hotspot for bizarre trail camera photos. This image first started circulating around October 2012, and it just gets creepier the longer you look at it. At first, it looks like two out-of-sorts figures wandering the woods late at night. However, a closer look reveals that the figure in the front is missing some flesh, exposing its rib cage.
Oh god, I actually... Yeah. Ew. No, thank you, man. You just get these like big, and they look big too, like giants. Like giant zombies. This literally reminds me of Call of Duty Zombie, because guys, like this looks like something that I would fight in the forest at night. It's coming at me, it's like deep in the rounds, like it's, you know, like we made it very, very far, and then this thing comes in, you're like, how in the hell am I supposed to kill this thing? Ew, gosh. That's right around where Bigfoot's supposed to be too, guys. I'm pretty sure Bigfoot is like around Virginia as well. Comment down below if that's the case.
Outdoorsman Roger Williams captured this photo in 2013 in the mountains of southwest Virginia. He submitted the strange image to a local newspaper. In no time, the picture circulated around cryptozoologist circles and quickly drew similarities to the famous Jacobs photo taken in 2007 in northwest Pennsylvania. Williams also disclosed to the Finding Bigfoot team that one of his neighbors heard strange sounds a few miles from where the photo was taken.
And about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, he heard a yowl.
What did I just say, guys? Bigfoot, Virginia, there it is. That thing looks like a thing. You know, like, I don't know what it is. Honestly, it does not look like a bear. It kind of looks like a monkey. But you're like, how in the heck is a monkey out in the forests of Virginia? That does not make any sense. And then it's like, well, what is it? It's got to be Bigfoot, right? Comment down below. What do you guys think that freaking thing is?
Even the frights are bigger in Texas. This grainy image appears to capture a nighttime wanderer on the trail. A similar but clearer image that might show the same figure was posted on a hunting forum in 2015. Taken near a cemetery in Liberty, Texas. Now, it could simply be a person out and about for a stroll in their nightgown, or someone chasing after their dog. However, the proximity to a graveyard and the fact that it was 2 miles from any houses is a bit spooky, as is the fact that
and I mean, like, that looks like a big person, man. Like, that doesn't look like just a, you know, person out and about in their nightgown, like, looking for their dog. No, that thing looks like Ghost. I'm going Ghost on that one, guys. I'm not a big fan. Didn't like that one. The other ones, it's like the animals are kind of cool, but the Ghost, I'm like, oh, Jesus, I don't want that for myself.
The Grim Reaper is usually seen as a bad omen. Maybe this particular one was just trying to help a forest creature pass over to the other side. Considering the date stamp, it is possible that this was simply one of those people who celebrate Halloween for the entire month of October. Then again, even the most dedicated Halloween lover has to draw the line at being out in the middle of the night in freezing temperatures. Whatever the case, seeing this on your trail camera is pretty terrifying no matter the time of year.
Yeah, that's full scary, man. That's full scary. That's on a trail cam too? Jesus. Like, gosh. What is it doing? Is it just helping an animal pass over to the other side? I'm sure that animal is like really thankful that this guy is coming to help me right now.
In Stanley Park in Vancouver, Canada, a mysterious brain-like creature was discovered in a lagoon. It honestly looks like someone threw out a brain in a jello mold. The creature is believed to be a part of a larger colony that normally sticks together, but this little guy has seemed to have broken off from the rest of the group. If he's one among thousands, how big is this organism?
What the heck? That's just like a swimming brain, man. Like, that's not allowed. Those are supposed to be my head, dude. Can you imagine somebody just like threw a brain in and it's just like it just evolved over time and became this full other species because it's like, and it's a brain just like doing brain things. Like, what is a brain thing, Nick? What is that thinking, I guess?
This crazy-looking creature makes a spider seem a bit tame. It not only has wings, but there's tentacle-like appendages that extend out. This mysterious creature was discovered in Indonesia. The man who captured the video decided to not flee despite smaller insects making a run for it. This looks like a strange hybrid between a moth and a centipede, and it's really making both heads and stomachs turn.
Yeah. You take your shoe and you smack that thing, you annihilate it, bro. Like, I don't need to see that ever again. Like, I don't even think, like, for one, is that real? Can somebody comment down below and tell me if that's real or not? Because, like, that just looks too unbelievable to be real. And two, if that is real, we take our shoes and we annihilate it, guys. That's what you do to something like that. I don't care if it's a new species. We're getting that thing out of here.
Oh, what the heck? My body. That's not okay. You can't just thrust that on me. That was horrific. I was expecting something at the other door. I thought there were glowing eyes, but I was clearly just seeing things. Oh my god, I hate the way it was crouching in his face. It's frozen. Oh. Oh man, what the hell's that? Oh. Oh, when I tell you my heart stopped. Holy sh**. That Slenderman. I didn't see I turned away so fast. It looked like something on like stilts at first, and then I realized, oh, that's Slenderman. Reminds me of the noises from the game I used to play, Slender the Arrival. Oh, God, he continues to always be terrifying. I don't know what it is. He's just so frightening. He's so large, and the noises, and just how abrupt it is. I hate it. I hate it.
2 seconds long. The clip doesn't show much, but it's still enough to be truly horrifying.
Let's get up. Come on.
That looked like a pig-human hybrid. That was 100% the noises of a pig, and it almost looked, I mean, it moved so fast, I thought it was like a human on all fours, and then it made noises like a pig. It could have easily just been a pig that was slightly deformed, maybe? It was weird shaped, though. That was not just a pig, that was something else. That was, I mean, it was a creepypasta is what it's saying. No, I hate this already. Absolutely hate this. What the heck? Oh, the noises. Oh, is that Slenderman again? Oh, holy shit, he's everywhere. Oh, I hate that more than you know. I just hate it. I just hate how foreboding he is. And he's just, like, just quiet and lurking, and he's just like, you know when you see him that you're dead. Like, that's it. Game over. R.I.P. God, it just hurts my heart to see him. Like, my heart stops. My body seizes. Terrifying.
I caught something, I don't know what it was, on camera last night in my forest.
In your forest? You own the forest?
So I heard some noises out here. Just maybe 5-10 minutes ago. Thought I should grab the camera again just in case it's a trespasser. I couldn't tell what it was last night. I booked it. I was scared. I mean, I can hear something down there. Hello? Hello? Oh my god, what the heck? Oh my god!
It was like the pig hybrid from the beginning, except that was pale like the Rake. I think that was more like the Rake. Holy sh**. Oh damn, I mean it triggered me the most when he was like, I saw something in my forest. It's like, dude, can you own a forest? I thought all forests were like public land. Like, you know, you own a forest? I'm gonna own a forest, because I can, apparently.
Supposedly in 1983, a team of scientists conducted bizarre experiments on a willing participant. The experiments was conducted at an undisclosed facility. The scientists theorized that a human without access to any senses or ways to perceive stimuli would be able to come in direct contact with God. They believed our 5 senses distracted our awareness of eternity, and once removed, a human could be able to contact God. The participant was supposedly a man who claimed he had nothing left to live for. The scientists performed a complex operation which cut off his senses. However, he still remained muscle function. Every sensory nerve connection to the brain was surgically severed. The man could not see, hear, taste, or smell.
That was a lot to process. I mean, it's baffling when people think they can play God and literally torture a human to the point of breaking because they think that they'll be able to communicate with God in doing so. It just makes no sense. Yeah, to be fair, I'm sure there's so many secret experiments going on that we just don't know about and people are getting tortured.
Debbie was a former employee who was crushed to death on the America Sings ride back in the 1970s. After her death, the ride closed. Many people have reported seeing her ghost in Tomorrowland. There's been several videos released of ghost sightings in Disneyland. Most of them consist of security footage. This video was posted to YouTube in 2009. It supposedly shows a ghost wandering around Disneyland after closing hours. People have speculated that it might have been a technical error. Some stated that the security team might have been reusing VHS tapes, which would cause previous footage to leak through.
That's terrifying. The idea of dying at a theme park really weighs on me more than it should. Because I think the stories like this, or even Final Destination 3, I know that's fake, or the crash that happened at Alton Towers on the Smiler ride. That is horrific. You're just out having fun, you don't think anything can go wrong, and when you think about theme parks, you're just relying on this piece of technology not to fail you, but I guess that's life these days. I mean, you get on planes. How the hell is a plane in the sky? When you think about things that just don't make sense to you.
On a security camera scattering ashes while on a Pirates of the Caribbean ride. Along with this, several deaths have been reported at Disneyland. They range from impaling to drowning and even being crushed to death. Due to all the death and misfortune that has occurred at the park, many urban legends have started to spread. Visitors report hundreds of ghost sightings every year. Here are just some of the spirits that have been reported. Space Mountain's Mr. Oneway. This ghost has been described as a large man who has red hair. He is said to have been seen sitting next to the single riders on Space Mountain. Once the ride ends, the man disappears, leaving the visitors baffled and scared. His presence has also been reported by staff members.
I mean, to be fair, it just sounds like a ghost who wants to hang out at a theme park and ride rides instead of, going to heaven fully. I guess if you're a spirit and you want to remain in partially the world of the living, yeah, you would go to fun places. You would hang out at theme parks. I'd go see some movies, catch up on the new releases. What else would I do? What's fun? I'd go clubbing, I'd go to bars, I'd still drink. I would do regular things, but except you don't have to do other things that you don't want to do. You just do the fun things.
Police had actually begun an investigation. Many years later, a recording was released which is believed to have captured the Dogman. The recording is known as the Gable Film. It shows a family simply filming their day out in the woods to capture some memories. For a few seconds in the film, a strange dog-like creature can be seen in the woods. The footage is extremely shaky, but when you slow it down, you can see some sort of figure. Some claim it's just a bear. Many other photos have been released of what is believed to be the Dogman. There have been hundreds of reports, even up till this day, of people claiming that the Dogman is hiding in Michigan's woods.
I mean, it's weird. It moved in a strange way. I was trying to try and figure out what end was what, if what made sense. I thought it maybe was a deer, but no, it definitely wasn't a deer. It didn't look like a bear, it didn't look like a dog, it didn't look like a dog man though. It just looked like a weird form, moving in weird ways. I don't know, it looked more like a deer or a moose to me. Not a moose, moose would have been way bigger, but some kind of deer. But I could be wrong, that was weird. It's too far away. You can't say that's a dog man, like a weird shape. Oh, gotta be a dog man. What is that?
What the f is that?
Creepy creep behind the tree.
Hey! Girl! Hey!
I have no idea what that was. It was so far away I couldn't even tell what it was, but it looked like someone playing a game, peeking behind the tree to just screw with them. Or was it Bigfoot? I can't tell. It looked like it was maybe wearing a mask and then it was furry? But I could be wrong because it seemed very far away. But it could have very well just been a person. Who's to say?
Hello? Hello? Fuck, is that makeup and blood? Shit. Who's there? Hey. Hey, kid.
Ooh, no, I don't like that. Oh, I didn't like that one bit. I didn't like his face. That freaked me out. I also don't know what I was expecting with the start of this list. It wasn't this. I was expecting, you know, handheld. Maybe that's a dog sighting, you know? Whew, it's too early to be scared. It's too early to feel something, you know? I like to wait until around noon, 1 p.m. to feel alive.
Disney purchased an island in Bay Lake, Florida, and opened a zoo which they called Treasure Island. It was later renamed Discovery Island and closed its doors forever in 1999. Obviously, the island is still there, but it is closed to the public. A whole island of Disney detritus locked off from the world. With humans unable to visit, who knows what may be going down in the place? Just imagine the visuals. Snakes wriggling around the tracks of rusty roller coasters. Chilling. It's deeply, deeply chilling. In the creepypasta, Walt released animals who were once going to be zoo exhibits into the wild, where they became the so-called murderous creatures that were claimed to be roaming with Mickey Mouse mascot costumes on their heads.
Oh, that's creepy. Okay, yeah. I think I've seen maybe pictures, but I'm not entirely sure because there's so many abandoned theme parks where there's terrifying pictures of just like the rides and the entertainment like games and stuff just laying abandoned and covered by nature, and it's sad. It's like really sad seeing an abandoned theme park. It just makes you feel really uncomfortable. And then they're talking about animatronics, like Five Nights at Freddy's, creepy stuff. I remember I watched a video a few months back of a theme park I used to go to all the time growing up called Pleasure Island, and it was in Cleethorpes in the UK. And little did I know that shut down and now it lays abandoned, but all the rides are gone. I think most of them anyway.
Often, Martel would hide his camera and set it up to automatically take photos, while he observed from some distance away. This way, he could capture life on the streets without the artifice of posing his subjects. In this case, Martel captured not life, but death, in the form of the mysterious Axeman of New Orleans, a brutal serial killer who was never caught.
Oh.
Martel apparently discarded the photo as useless because it was not of good enough quality. But had he taken the time to study it, he might have become famous for catching the killer, rather than dying penniless and unknown. During the Axeman's reign of terror, the police struggled in vain to piece together a profile of the killer, whose MO involved breaking into the victims' homes and using their own tools and weapons against them.
That's okay. That's very creepy. At first glance, I thought that was Slenderman in the corner. But no, the axe murderer of New Orleans, who, I mean, they showed the picture there, was portrayed in American Horror Story Coven, which is arguably one of the best seasons. If not the best. I still think the best is Asylum, and then Coven, then Murder House, and then everything else was a piece of
Supposedly blood is dripping from behind the eye sockets behind the mask. His face looks a little bit like the faces of the Court of Owls from the Batman comic book storyline by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo, if you're familiar with those characters. Eyeless Jack is infamous for being able to successfully remove a victim's kidney while they are asleep and sew up the wound flawlessly, so it is apparent that he has anatomical and perhaps even medical knowledge. He also possesses tremendous stealth and is almost never caught in the act.
Eyeless Jack, that was the one I think I was talking about earlier. The one without a face and he just like appears above your bed and then you wake up and you've got no kidney. That sucks. But that's a creepypasta that's kind of based on fact, which is, I mean, not actual, but close, which is there's groups of people, they target usually tourists, usually happens in South America. They kidnap you and take your kidneys and sell on the black market. Then you wake up in a bath, sewn up. Oh my god, what the hell? Is that the Rake? But is it the Rake though? Certainly looks like the Rake. Oh my god, those noises. What the hell? Oh my god, no. They filmed for so long. If I saw that in my backyard or near my home, oh, get in, lock the doors. No, actually, I'd just hop in my car. I don't need to return to the home. I just need to maybe have the essentials, wallet, keys, phone. That's all you need. And then maybe your loved ones, get them in the car too and just drive. You can find clothes somewhere else. You can find a bed somewhere else. You don't need to be in that home near the Rake. these are just hard facts. I think I would do well in a survival horror movie.
This creepypasta, entitled Bob, describes the events leading to the character Andrew's death in the hands of an unknown creature. The creature breaks into Andrew's house and kills Andrew by stamping on him. The creature, named Bob, is described as a very tall, thin and armless humanoid. It is also described as the embodiment of terror. Bob was allegedly caught on camera by Anthony Rose in this photo. It shows the forest at night, illuminated by what I assume is a flashlight. From the darkness, a strange-looking creature can be seen running towards the cameraman.
I don't like that at all. Mostly because, like, you think maybe you stand a chance because he is, you know, limited to what he can do. He's got the longest legs. Like, you can't run from him. He will get you. He'll trip you with his legs and then he'll crush your head with his foot. That's what will happen. I already foresee it. And also his mouth looks so big that he'll just swallow you whole. And I don't want that.
As the camera operator races back into the house, as we would also do if we found a stranger's blood-stained axe, he catches something looming and watching in the distance.
Oh,
Is that the infamous
Okay,
Jeff the
someone's
Killer?
lying to me. I paused
Like
at 10
we've said,
seconds.
This clip has done the rounds for a while, and lots of people over the years have said
Oh,
it may
right
well
there.
be Jeff.
Is that someone? I can't really make out a face. If you think that's Jeff the Killer, good for you. I can't really make it out. It doesn't look like a thing. It looks like something else. It looks like nothing. What is a thing if it isn't a thing? What am I saying? I think I'm like short-circuiting. When should I be concerned? I think we've passed that. I think we're all concerned. It's fine. I'm okay.
Ooh, creepy dude. What the fuck?
Ooh, blood.
What the fuck?
Later, some weird music
What is
starts
that?
playing, which
What's
you later
blood?
found out was linked to the creepypasta character Laughing Jack.
Oh, well that one, okay, yeah, that one was creepy. I mean, yeah, to go urban exploring and find blood is a little disconcerting. And then Laughing Jack, that dude looked terrifying. I haven't heard about Laughing Jack. I used to write a lot about creepypastas, and I'm trying to remember one. Literally any single one, but I can't for the life of me. Jeff the Killer, that's one. Oh my god, what the f***? Oh, it's like an octopus, but not. Or it's like a giant spider, but without all the legs. Oh, I hate the way it moves. Oh, get lost. Go away. Go somewhere else. I mean, it's clearly fake. Or it looks actually kind of like... Okay, so it's clearly fake. We know that much. The way it's moving, the way it's not entirely connecting with the building, almost like it's CG. But it also kind of looks like a helium balloon. And it's being like manipulated with string, just the way it's moving and the way it landed on top of the building, like it kind of laid flat. But if this was real, that would be frightening as hell. But you know, if this did take place, we'd know about it. Or would we? Maybe our brains' memories were erased.
Who is it?
Oh my god.
I know you're out there.
What the f*** is that? Oh, it was a bucket. I thought that was a person. Oh, who are you?
Who's there?
Well, there's clearly someone on the floor. Whoa! I don't like people. I don't like any of them. That was completely unnecessary. Why are you hiding in the dark? Why are these two English children trying to look for you? I also thought in that first like clip, or the freeze frame of this video, you can see a bucket and a wheelbarrow. I thought the bucket was someone's face and they were wearing it. But no, I was wrong.